Hello everyone, Doug Burson, CPA here, and it's hard to believe, but here we are. Tax season is upon us. We sent out a letter to a lot of you the last week, giving you some high-level guidelines, but I wanted to talk to you face-to-face. So here we are. I want to go through a few things with you as we get into this season. First of all, I want to thank you guys for being our client. We appreciate you. We want to serve you. We want to do better every year, and we really want to help you as much as we can. So I know the last couple of years, it's felt like, at least on our end, that it's been a challenge and that we have not always been able to do as well as we would like to. But we've made a lot of changes, and we hope that we can really do even better. We have worked hard. I think a lot of you realize that, to try to serve you, and we want to do an even better job. So I just wanted to share that we just are thankful that you're our clients, and we hope to continue to build those relationships. Throughout the season, we will try to produce additional videos if they are required or necessary. I try not to wear you out with just useless information, but if there's something important that comes up, something I think that can be helpful, a tax tip, things like that, I'll try to do that. But during tax season, that's really hard to do, and I think you understand that. My focus is really going to be on trying to get the returns completed and out the door timely. With that being said, one of the things we would really like to do is focus on dropping the returns off and letting us work on them that way. That way we have time to ask questions, we have time to review, make sure we don't forget anything, and then also when we're done, we can call and we can go over any concerns, any opportunities, any things we see to help you. But that will help us do a better job, and we're going to try to make this season work even better than prior years. The last couple of years with all the COVID stuff, it felt like the tax season is really bogged down. This year, that stuff is not there anymore, so we really are hoping to make this season really progress faster, to be more efficient, but most importantly, to make sure we're providing a quality product. And so that's what we're really going to work on doing. But drop off, let us do the work, let us go through it, let's think about it, make sure it's right. That's going to help us produce the best product possible. Now, with that being said, I do know some of you will have changes in your life, or maybe you've got some future plans, things that require an appointment. And at this point, it looks like that's going to be okay. So we can set those appointments, and that will be good too. But to get the most effect, for most of you, drop-off is going to be the best way to go. Now, as of the time I'm recording this, I'd say we're probably 70% there. I would say by the time I get this video posted, all of the organizers will be in the portal. And that means you'll be able to see your organizers. Those of you who don't know how to access the portal, I'm going to drop a link inside of the description here, as well as in the email that I'm going to send out along with this video, that gives you a link to a video to show you how to use the portal. It's incredibly simple. Most of it you can learn in about 3 minutes in that video on how to use it. There's more there that you can follow through that will give you more information. For those of you who used the portal last year and you're like me, you can't remember your passwords because the world is crazy, we have so many passwords, that's okay too. There's another video I'm going to add in the description here, as well as in the email. It's 3.5 minutes. I try to make it really short, but I'll walk you through how to reset that password. Very simple process. You're in control of that. We can't do it for you, so just walk through that and it'll reset it for you real fast. Not very hard at all. And so I think that'll help you get back into it really quickly. But watch the video. It shows you how to upload the documents, if that's what you want to do. It goes through how to use the organizer checklist. In the portal, we're going to have the checklist, and what that does is that's just going to have the engagement letters, the checklists that are super, super important. I need that checklist so we can make sure things are not being missed. Things have changed in your life that we don't know about it. The engagement letters are critical. I have to have the engagement letters to work on the return. You can print those off and sign them on paper, or if you prefer, let us know, shoot an email to front desk at pagetkc.com, front desk at pagetkc.com, and she can then send you out a electronic signature version so you can sign and do the checks electronically. And for a lot of you, you did that last year, and that's really slick, but you don't have to. You can print it out and do it the old school way. That's fine too. Just let us know, and just know that there's a bunch of those. So if you send a request, give us a week or so to get that out. That's going to that'll be great too. Just so you know, the IRS is going to begin accepting tax returns on January the 24th. January 24th. Now that's going to be your basic returns. Usually there's a lot of other forms that get approved as the tax season goes along. So a lot of returns we really won't be able to file, at least historically, till first or second week of February. But for the simple returns, by January 24th, we will be able to start submitting those. So that's when the IRS has said they're going to open up. So that's important information, and we're trying to get everything ramped up and ready to go by then. One of the things that we talked about in a video last month was the 1099K, and that's where you're going to be getting a 1099 for money from, think Venmo, PayPal, things like that. And the old threshold was you had to have, it was about like 200 transactions or $20,000 before they had to send you a 1099. Under the new rules that came out last year, they decided to drop that threshold to $600 with no minimum transactions, which meant a whole lot of people were going to start getting 1099s, and it was going to create a massive plug in the system. So the IRS backed off that at the very end of December and said, never mind, we're going to let this be a transitionary year, and so this really won't go into effect until next year. So what does that really mean? I don't know. What it means is that you may or you may not get a 1099K if you had over $600, because some companies are going to go ahead and execute. They put the things in place. Other companies are not. I would assume that most companies will not, because it costs money to mail out a 1099. So I'm assuming they'll say no, but it's hard to say for sure. But the most important thing is, if you get one, don't ignore it. Make sure we get it. And secondly, even if you don't get one, know it's coming, because unless Congress changes the rules, you will get one next year. So go ahead and just prepare for it. If you've got a business that you've been running and whatever, make sure you're running your business like a business this year and keeping track of your records, so that you don't have to pay taxes on everything, only on your profit. So just be a warning and be ready for that. Other than that, we are having to raise fees again. I know it's tough, but prices are up everywhere. It's impacted us. As you know, labor shortages, it's hard to, let's be honest, it's hard to find help. We've struggled with it. A lot of you out there who own businesses struggle with it. A lot of you who are managers have struggled. The whole system's, well, I don't want to get into politics. It's just been a struggle. And so we've tried to keep our prices as low as we could for as long as we could, but we're going to have to increase them. I still feel like it's a fair price, and we're right where we should be in the market. And so I just want you to know we've done everything we could. We've thought about this a lot, and it's just something we have to do. And I think most of you understand that. The feedback I've gotten from most is they understand everything's gotten expensive, and our primary focus is to do a good job for you. Also, for a lot of you, it might make sense to start considering having an appointment with us later in the year to start working on some tax planning. There are opportunities for a lot of you that maybe you aren't taking advantage of. Maybe we should be planning for estimated tax payments, retirement, sale of your business, all kinds of things that maybe we can start getting ahead of taxes instead of behind. And we would love to work on maybe some tax planning meetings with you later in the year, and want to make sure that you're aware we do that. It's what we really enjoy doing, and we want to help you be successful and keep what is yours. and then be able to use that to, maybe help others, because now you've got more of what you've worked for, and we want to make sure that can happen. So with that, thank you once again for being our clients. We're going to work really hard this year to improve our turn times, working really hard to improve our communications with you. We know, like I said, that struggled a little bit in the past, and we're going to work really hard on improving that. So we will be talking with you soon, and hopefully 2023 is an amazing year for all of us. This year, so as always,